Hi guys, just doing a mic test before we get started. Yes, I did lose some of my voice, but I am back in Australia, so thank you. Alright guys, I'm gonna get started now. I'm not gonna make you guys wait too long. I'm just gonna take a very quick, like, stupid selfie. You know, I need to. And I'm not even gonna do any editing, I'm just gonna take a quick selfie. Alright guys, thanks for your patience. I just made a post on Twitter and it would mean so much to me if you could hop on over, share some support, and like and or retweet the post. My handle is JennaCloudTV, and I look forward to seeing the notifications pop up. Shoutouts all around. Oh, Shiki, thank you so much for liking my tweets. Alright guys, I'll see you soon in 5, 4, 3, 2, and a big onesies. Hi guys, welcome back to the stream, and I forgot to put the thing on mirror mode, so I'm really confused which is my left and which is my right, so let me just fix that. Hey Akihabara, welcome back. Oh, my microphone is... Ow! Ow, that hurts so much. Ow! Ow! I just hit my elbow. That hurts so much. Alright, no more cameo. Are you okay, Becca? I'm not Becca. Poor funny bone. No, it wasn't. It was, you know how you've got the funny bone here. It hit like just over here, so it's not that bad. Hi Keen, welcome back. Hi Pazula, Shiki and Fufu, thank you so much for modding tonight. We had a little mod kind of meeting before the stream started, just about what's happening on today's chat. There may or may not be trolls joining us today, but I just ask you to please bear with me. It is a result of a stream that we had on Monday, and I'll talk more about that later. But I ask that you guys be patient with any trolls that do come through. It will or will not happen, and if it does, like, you know, I don't need you guys to abuse the trolls. Shiki and Fufu will be quick on the ban hammer, and we may or may not switch the chat to regular mode, which means that these trolls can't talk on the stream, but people who have been watching the stream for long enough hours will be able to chat as usual. So let me just fix that subs today thing, because that is not right. I just started streaming. It's impossible for there to be any subs right now. So let's get that done. Okay, so that should be updated. Today's goals, we're not gonna do any dancing today. I'm very sick, and plus I'm just not in the right frame of mind to do that. Get punished in The Walking Dead, we've already done that. Play Stukov in HOTS, we couldn't do that last time because Stukov was not released yet when I received the news of my grandma's passing, so I couldn't stream on the Friday. So let's just get rid of these goals for now. So I will change the goals to what's in the title. So charity stream info, and also number 2 would be to talk about what happened in Malaysia. Actually there's, wait, what else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, it's just 2 things I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, what happened? Malaysia story. Malaysia and grandma's story. Okay, so let's make Malaysia story 1, and why grandma's funeral was streamed. Those are my goals today. Mochi Mechi. Yes, I did go to Malaysia. For those of you that don't know, I was born in Malaysia, so I have a lot of relatives there. If you did join my stream, you could have seen my relatives, which included my aunties and uncles, my cousins, and also my my cousins' next generation, their sons and daughters, which I am like a cousin niece they're my niece and nephews. I'll just call them niece and nephews, for lack of better word. I think some of you guys will be able to correct me on that. Hi, Flaming Champion, welcome back. Hey, Kategari. Tombo says, I believe you live streamed her funeral. It was necessary for those circumstances, and if you want to know about the story, I'll be happy to share with you. Hi to Kori Kori. Thank you so much for joining me from all the way from Turkey. Flaming Champions, you're very welcome to listen to the story as well. Akihabara says it was lit. Yes, I was extremely like, you know, most people watching my stream, they're relatively friendly, and I treat you guys like family. So like, it was kind of good for me to kind of show you where I was born and the country which I spent some of my childhood in, and the people that looked after me as a kid. Oh, Aust Loser says cousins once, twice removed. So my cousin's children would be cousins once, twice removed. Is that right? Yeah, story time with you guys. Alright, so what happened last week, which completely disrupted my schedule. So on Thursday morning, I saw on WhatsApp from my family that you know, they sent me pictures of my grandma, and she was lying on her couch, and they were saying, you know, grandma's really weak right now, and you know, she's really short of breath, and she hasn't been eating very well for the past few weeks. So what happened was, I had a client meeting at the time, so I couldn't actually read my family's message at the time. So all I saw were pictures, which is like automatically saved if you are like in WhatsApp and you have that notification setting on. So it was saved in my photo, and I saw a picture of my grandma there, and I thought that was really weird because it didn't look like my normal smiling grandma who would be looking at the camera and just pulling some face like that. So my grandma is quite a character. She was the most fun grandma. Like, in my opinion, I had 4 different grandmas because both sides of my family, they remarried. So and she was my last surviving that generation grandma. So she was very precious to me, and yeah, to see a picture like that pop up in my album, I was a little bit worried, but at the same time, I had a meeting at work, and I needed to be in that meeting, and it was supposed to go for an hour. Go on dark mode, Senpai Holly. BTTV. If you have BTTV enabled, you should be able to see it in dark mode. Your cousin's children will be once removed, and their children will be twice removed. Okay. Alright, cool. So now I have an actual term for that. Thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate it, Osliser. Yeah, so what happened was, I was in the meeting, but I didn't have a very good feeling, you know, but I still had to carry out my duties. I had to talk to the client and find out what the client needed from us, and try to scope out like the engagement, you know, because I work in tax consulting, and a lot of it is like we have to scope out what we need so I can draft up the contract. So I was just going through the details, and I was like, I kept checking my watch to see when I can finish, because the meeting was like, okay, 1 hour overdue, so it went for 2 hours, and then I was checking my phone, but I didn't want to seem rude, and then the client called for other people to join the meeting, and then I was like, oh, okay. I was getting a little bit anxious, and then the meeting went over by 2 hours, and then the meeting had gone on for about 3 hours by then. 3-hour meeting with a client, which we haven't engaged yet, right? And then when we came out of the meeting, I just like quickly checked my WhatsApp, because I felt like there was something seriously not right with that photo that they sent me. And then I found out that my grandma passed away when the meeting was supposed to have ended. So I missed the time when my grandma passed away. And it came to me as a complete shock. And you know, I was like in a real daze. I walked back to my table, and I knew I had to make I didn't make the funeral arrangements, but I needed to make arrangements because my grandma, she was in Malaysia, in her hometown. Like, it's a village, and it's not like a, you know, super like has lots of technology, that type of thing. So I needed to make travel arrangements, try to get airfares and, you know, someone to look after my cats and that type of thing, like, you know, just to get like funds to pay for the air ticket, and there was a lot of things, and, you know, who's going to meet me at the airport, and so I had to be very mechanical about it, because even though I was really upset, at the same time I need to be in a position where I was there for my family. So I did all the things that I could do, and on top of that, I had something that I had to deliver to a client on that day as well, so I couldn't leave the office straight away. So I was pretty much stoned for the rest of Thursday, and I did all the work that I needed to do, even though my boss said you can go home. But I said no, you know, I need to send this off so I can be with my family in peace, and I don't have to think about client work or anything like that. So I made sure I got all of that done on the Thursday, and also at the same time organized for my trip back in back to Malaysia, which I haven't been for 4 years at least, and like there's a story behind all that as well, you know, why I hadn't been back in 4 years, and what's happened in that 4 years. So that's going to be part of my story time, but before that, we're not going to have an ad break, don't worry. I just want to acknowledge the people that have liked and retweeted my post on Twitter. So give me a second while I have a look at my notifications. Alright, so just want to say a big thank you, Ling Ling, for retweeting my post. I appreciate it. Mwah, Ling Ling. That's Senpai Holly. Hair Krishna, thank you so much for liking my tweet. And Low Shady as well, appreciate it. And Ling Ling, thank you so much for liking my tweet. And Shiki, thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. Yeah. Senpai's like, hey, no, so that's not you? How come you made me think it was you? Postmate, welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I just noticed, look, can you guys see this? This is actually a bug bite. I'm gonna cover it with makeup because it's bothering me. The wonders of makeup, right? Oh, you're saying no to Shiki. He wants your mac and cheese. Oh, why did I have to rub it? Give me a second, let me just... Sorry, the music's probably really loud and annoying. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I keep saying for those of you, if you don't know what was in the background, it's just some of the instrumentals for Linkin Park songs. Today it was announced that Chester from Linkin Park, he's the lead singer, he passed away today. Due to suicide. He was found hanging from his house, one of the rooms in his house, and it's really sad news, because, you know, a lot of people, maybe not your generation but my generation, would have listened to Linkin Park, and would have, you know, really admired the music that they produced. Hi Linux Games, welcome back. Yeah, so what I'm planning to do is, because he has a really tragic story behind you know, the Linkin Park success that it is today, and it's because he was you know, abused as a kid, and his parents were divorced, and he was sexually abused as a kid, and he had to come to terms with that, and he spiraled into drug abuse and depression, and you could hear a lot of it in his songs, that he was a very tormented soul. And it's something that really rings really true to me as well, because I also you know, lapse in and out of depression as well, and it's something that I can relate to, because, you know, a lot of people who do have depression, they don't actually seek help for it, or think that, you know, looking for help is a bad thing, or that looking for help isn't going to change anything anyway. When you have depression, you have a certain mindset, and that mindset is really hard to climb out of. And unfortunately for Chester, he succumbed to it today. Well, today for Australia. I don't know if it's today for like his side of the world. Um, and I just thought that we can like come together as a community and try to raise some funds, and we can donate to Beyond Blue, which is a big organization, if you haven't heard of it, that helps people with depression. So I'm not expecting like a full-fledged, massive charity stream, but it's just more of, something that we can come together as a community, like even if it's on Twitch or on Facebook or YouTube, whatever it is. That'd be really, really nice. But I think mostly, I will be streaming on Twitch, because that's where I usually stream. Vosa says, when did we get new emotes? Since before my grandma passed away. A few days before that, we had the new emotes. Yeah. So that's charity stream info. We will talk about that in more detail. But I just like went into that because their songs were playing in the background. So back to the happenings before my grandma's passing away, and well, not before, it was like right after actually. So I made the plans to go back to Malaysia and see my family, as well as attend the funeral and attend the wake. We had grandma's wake, which is like a Christian/Catholic tradition where you allow your friends and family to come to the deceased house and to view them in the casket, and to send their blessings, and they can like donate for the funeral costs, or they can just say their goodbyes. So we had the wake on Saturday and Sunday, and Friday was for a lot of people travel time. Saturday was travel time as well. My grandma had 14 sons and daughters, and as a result, we had a really massive family. Each son and daughter had a lot of kids, and those kids had kids for a lot of them. I didn't actually, I don't have any kids or anything like that. And so when we found out about it, all of us around the world, my grandma had some, like most of the children are in Malaysia, so that's fine. But a lot of my cousins, they were overseas. They had to make flight arrangements from the US, from Australia. Myself, my brother, and also from China or something like that, and so it took some time for everyone to arrive, and that's why we had a really massive wake. And also people had work and stuff like that, so they couldn't attend, say, Saturday, then they would attend on Sunday. So it was a really massive kind of affair, and we had a lot of tables set out, and I streamed the wake time as well, and I showed you guys the house that I stayed in for 2 years with my grandma. And for those of you that didn't attend the stream, it's in the past broadcast. You can have a look at it. And also, I streamed my cousin singing for my grandma while people were visiting my grandma. And also, I streamed my aunties and uncles also visiting, and also singing to my grandma as well. And it was really wonderful it was a really wonderful experience to see how dedicated my uncle and aunties were, and my cousins were, to stay by my grandma's side non-stop for so many days, and they would take turns singing to my grandma. So it was really nice, and I'm sure some of you guys also saw part of the singing as well. And I took you through some of the rooms that did I show you some of the rooms? Well, I wanted to show you some of the rooms, but I went to the outside of the room to show you where my grandma stayed, and where the guest room was, and where I used to sleep And I showed you outside the house, the kitchen where we used to have food, and also where my grandma used to have chickens and ducks. We used to grow, well, like we not grow. We used to have chickens and ducks, and I used to, you know, wake up in the morning and pick the eggs. And I remember the very first time I went into the chicken and duck pen. It was I was so terrified of the chicken. Like they were running after me and like shaking their head like that. Like when they walk like this, and I thought they were pecking at me, you know, chasing after me, and pecking at me and that type of thing. And it was interesting because like my grandma would like shoo them away and kind of protect me from the chickens and the ducks. So one of my fond memories of growing up with her there. And the reason why I stayed with my grandma was because my mom and dad were having problems, and they needed some time away. They needed some time away from my brother and I, because we were too naughty. No, I'm joking. They just needed some like alone time, and so as a result, I stayed with my grandma for about 2 years of my life. She clothed me, she fed me, and I mean, obviously, my dad sent money. Otherwise, my grandma has no income, right? But like she looked after me when my parents was not able to. So I'm always grateful to her for that. And not just that as well. Like there's a lot of things as well. So I wanted to share some of my good memories with of like me growing up, and also with my grandma as well. River says, "Are you a hooker?" Yeah, sure, okay. I don't know what you mean by am I a hooker. I don't know how you can possibly be a hooker on stream, but okay. Alright. So that's that. So we went through the wake, and then on Monday I also streamed us getting ready for the funeral, and I showed you guys you know, the different colored clothing that we had, what it meant. So the white was for, you know, grandma's sons and daughters, and then the blue that we had was for the cousins. So, oh, not cousins, I keep saying the cousins, her grandchildren. And then the children wearing green were her great grandchildren, so my cousins once removed. So yeah, I initially recorded our preparation on my phone, and it's in here. It used up a lot of my data, in terms of memory storage data, and it was basically us walking around the village. And on my stream you heard about me talking about it, you know, that I recorded on my phone, that there was a lot of us walking through the hometown from my grandma's house where she raised me, and some of her children, and in her old house when she was really poor with my grandpa. And that was more of a 20-30 minute walk, and I recorded that on my phone as a video, and it was my intention always to have it ready for my cousins, because, you know, my grandma had so many grandchildren, and not all of them could make it to her funeral. She had like hundreds of grandchildren, and yeah, unfortunately, you know, that's just life. Not everyone can make it to her funeral, and not everyone can afford to just take that emergency plane to come back. And we wanted to kind of share that for them to actually watch the funeral, and also watch us getting ready for like what they're missing out on. So walking grandma from her new house to her old house, and like that part was in my phone, and then I had not enough memory to continue recording the whole process. So the next best thing I knew, because of the lack of I don't know, other alternatives, was to stream it on my Twitch. And there's nothing wrong with streaming a funeral on Twitch, in my opinion. Some people might think, oh, okay, it's like a massive, she's making money off her, grandma's funeral or anything like that. But the whole thing on the stream, if you were actually watching it, it was not just my grandma's funeral. It was us walking and comforting ourselves for the loss that we have suffered, and a testimony of grandma's walk with Christ throughout her life, and also was also to provide comfort for those that have lost a loved one, and 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 also for me to share with my Twitch family how, like what the Malaysian slash Christian process is. And it's not like your typical funeral where everyone's like sad and crying, that type of thing. We were singing songs and singing grandma's favorite songs when she was alive, and just paying our respects that way, to send her off in the most respectful manner. And unfortunately, some people have tried to drama on Twitter and spread the stream around, which was not my intention. It was, meant to be a small stream, and I don't think when it was live that many people were watching. And donations were not enabled, text to speak was not enabled, and I never promoted any part of the stream like I usually do. Usually when I'm gonna stream, I'm like, oh hey guys, I'm gonna be streaming, and this is what I'm gonna be streaming, here's the link. And I usually put it on Twitter, or I put it on Facebook, most of the time on Twitter. But for that day it was very impromptu, and it was because we had no alternatives to show my cousins who are overseas, and we wanted to make the video downloadable for me, so I could upload it as a private link for them in case they didn't catch the live stream. They can still save a record for their memory. And a lot of cousins that couldn't make it, and also my aunties and uncles, have personally, they just typed, this is a beautiful video, a very good dedication to grandma, and thank you for thinking of us. Like, it must have been really difficult, but it's not really difficult because streaming is what I do. IRL streams is what I do as well. When Australia am I based? I'm based in Sydney, and I've been staying in Sydney for about 3.5 years maybe. And unfortunately, I've been away from my Malaysian family for a really long time. Again, I will tell you the reason why for that as well. But yeah, so back to my grandma's funeral and the stream. So it wasn't just looking at her dead body. Absolutely not. If you didn't get to watch the video has now been contained and taken down, because I finally got a PC to download it and then export it. I wasn't able to do that immediately because I was in a village, and I didn't have a computer, and no like proper computer with the internet access where I can start doing that type of thing and upload. I think my main concern at the time was just to comfort my aunties and uncles who were really sad to see their mother go, and also my cousins as well. So what else did we do after we said goodbye to my grandma? There was a lot of testimony about her walk with Christ, and I know some of you guys are not Christian and you might not like be comfortable talking about it, but like for us Christians, we believe in an afterlife where we can spend an eternity with God. And I'm not preaching to you guys, I'm just telling you facts. This is what we believe, and my grandma believed that. And before she passed, she actually suffered from dementia. And for those of you that have your grandparents affected by dementia, it's a really terrible disease, not just for the person involved, but also for the family members around them as well. And like, it pains me to kind of to say that my grandma's final years were not the best. for her or the people around her. And there was a lot of misunderstanding in my family, blaming one another for causing the dementia. Like, I'm just gonna tell you that you can't cause dementia, but some of my family members didn't understand that, and I wanted to make them be happy again. So you know, getting them to agree to a video that they can see each other stand being together in that moment, and to celebrate what was my grandma's life was really important for me, and it was also good as a reminder for my family as well, and also for people who missed the funeral as well, so that they had a chance to also share and partake in the message that grandma, she lived a really full life. She was an amazing person. I'd have to say she's probably braver than me in all aspects. She went on roller coaster when she was 70 with me because I was too scared to get on it. Which is just a small example of how awesome she is as a person to me. Personally, like, other people have lots of different stories. She touched so many people's lives, 100 at least in her life, and that's just her direct descendants. And I suppose it was a good video to have like a testimony of life, and also it was good to provide comfort to other family members that you know, when we all pass, because majority of my family are Christians, that we'll be able to see grandma again when you know, we ourselves pass. So it was it's good to have a reminder of that, and I will definitely be watching the video of the funeral that I made, and I think a lot of my family members would like, you know, be good to relive the moment where we celebrate her life and just be thankful that she was there for us. And for those of you that came to the stream and watched the video, I want to say thank you for watching the video, or thank you for coming to the stream, and thank you for, you know, being part and being part of the testimony that is my grandma's life. So I'm really grateful and thankful for that. So after the ceremony, I continued filming, and we went to a restaurant to eat, and because we had some food in the morning before the funeral, before the send-off, and we wanted to have one last lunch together before everyone, you know, goes back to their home and flies off to God knows which country they're based in. It was a really rare moment, and some of you guys that continued watching the stream would have seen us having food. I spoon-fed you guys, and I showed you some of the cuisine that we had in the restaurant, and I hope you guys enjoyed that part of the stream as well. Like, part of that stream was cut off because I think there was something wrong with the app, and then it crashed, so I had to restart the stream again. So I don't know what is the time lag in between the streams, but there were two parts of the stream, so it was supposed to be one big long one, but the app crashed and I had to reboot it. Ow, itchy. Oh, not itchy, but it's just like got a wedgie. Yeah, so after that we had a family video / photo. There was some random like person who was like taking photos. I told him to help me do the video thing for me for the stream, but he didn't know what he was doing. So anyway, it was a funny moment for us. Tomo says, I understand why you stream it now. If people explained why you live streamed it, it wouldn't be such a big deal. I think it's more because people like naming and shaming streamers, especially female streamers, on Twitch live stream. And I mean, it's not my first time in Twitch live stream or whatever it's called. So like I'm not gonna take it to heart that much. But what really pains me is that someone with a lot of influence has made a screen capture of this of my stream, and just has done some really derogatory and or like they've just taken the entire stream out of context, and because that person made it a pinned tweet, I've been receiving a lot of harassment for all sorts of from all sorts of social media, like on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, even on Twitch as well. And this was during, when I was already feeling really low and really down because, grandma passed away. And at one point, I, fell back into my depression for a little bit, and then Fufu kicked my ass. So thank you so much, Fufu, for just putting up with my shit, I guess. And I suppose I didn't want to go back into that depression thing, which is why also why this, like, trying to do a charity stream for depression awareness is so important to me, because of what recently just happened, and also because Chester was a singer that I admired tremendously, and for him to fall into the same spiral of sadness that I also can relate to, is a key thing for me. Like it strikes me emotionally, and I can relate to it a lot, and it would mean a lot to me if we can make it happen, and I really do want to make it happen. So I really hope that you guys will be part of this, and I will make an event for it, and I hope you guys will be able to attend, and just click that you'll go so that you'll get a notification, and I'll make it fun. It will be a dedication to Linkin Park, and a dedication to Chester and his life, and all proceeds for that stream will go towards Beyond Blue, which is my selected charity to fight against depression. So yeah, that is that. Don't cry, god damn it, Jacob. If I'm not crying, then you should be able to handle it. Hi to Harris, welcome to the stream, and hugs to Sasquatch, thanks for being here. I think I got some more notifications, so just bear with me, okay? Let's see. Sasquatch, thank you so much for liking my tweet on Twitter. Bless you. Neil Darkstream, thank you so much for retweeting my tweet. And Liam, thank you so much for liking my tweet as well. Thanks guys for your support. I appreciate it. I guess I should also, like, lesson learned. There's also a lesson learned as well for my grandma's funeral stream, is that I should stand strong on my own beliefs, don't doubt on myself, and the purpose and reasoning for why I do my streams, and there's also a reason why most of my viewers are not like the troll type. It's because like your contribution to the stream, and you like providing good feedback, providing like a good comfortable community for other people, new people tuning in and stuff. I'm really grateful for that, and I'm grateful that we don't have a troll community. Took Jenna a year to realize the truth. There are always haters. Yeah, I know that, but when the haters invade my family's privacy without their consent, that makes me really angry, because they did not consent to their picture being on Twitter for 14,000 people to like, and 261,000 people to look at their photo in their time of grief. It was meant to be a small stream, and again, I didn't promote it, and it was very impromptu, and the intention was to download it and also have it for my family to look at whenever they feel like it. So it was unfortunate that happened, and like, I have already moved on from the harassment that I got. I mean, I still am getting it. In fact, today I got like harassed on Facebook. I had to delete their comments, block them. I have to actively check to block people on Twitter, people I don't know, and been abused. There's someone on Twitter, again, I'm not name calling or anything like that, because I'm beyond that, you know, and it's against the Twitch terms to name call people. But there was someone who gave me a lot of grief on my first day, and calling me a whore, calling me an anime character. Apparently the way I look affects my morals. Like being absolutely disregarding the fact that my family was okay with it, and decided to go on a moral high ground rage against me without wanting to accept the reason or the context for the stream. And then this person went ahead and created a stream to make fun of me in front of her followers, just online bullying. And I don't understand why this is allowed on Twitter, on Twitch, online bullying, and also online bullying on Twitter. So Twitter and Twitch. Yeah, I don't understand why it's allowed, but it happens. So I'm above naming and shaming, but that person knows who it is. And I just am over it. As long as I know you guys know the reason for it, and you know, as long as we know what's happened and we're happy with our lives, who cares if they're gonna be miserable with their lives, right? Alvosa says, I'm certain Twitch staff should be noticed of that at least. I haven't named and shamed on Twitch, and I have made a report on it, because, like, you know, if someone's going to be a child about it, then you can't change a child from throwing tantrums. I'm not the child's mom, so like, it's not in my place to tell someone off, like in public. Yeah. Noki says, I hope you're okay. I am okay physically. Mentally, I'm still working on it. It's been quite a hurdle, you know, coming in and out of depression and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree. If they don't like it, they shouldn't comment on it. But not everyone has the same values as us, Avosa, unfortunately. And there's no internet law to, I mean, there are general guides and terms of services, but if the service provider doesn't act on reports, there's nothing we can do. And unfortunately, it's just one of those cases. Anyway, let's move on. Like, yes, Chiki, I have been brought up on those values too. If you don't agree on someone else's content, I mean, there's a lot of people where there's some content that I personally wouldn't do myself. Like, I don't go out there and hashtag, no, you're a hoe, you shouldn't do that, or oh my god, you're such a fake. Like, I don't, because number one, I don't have time, can't be bothered, I have better things to do with my life than just troll the internet and just talk shit. Maybe just because I'm old. That's why I don't do it. Like you guys, you're 12s. I know you guys will do it, but not me. Jenna's too good for that. No, I'm joking. That probably someone's probably gonna clip that out of context again. My life is just like a contextual mess. Yeah. Senpai says Rapid gave me a permaban after I donated $100. Well, you know what? You can donate $100. I'll give you a ban too. You can buy a permanent ban from me for 100 USD. Hi Black Jester. Welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for being here. You did not clip it. Fucking holy. Oh well. I don't even know why I stream anymore when I have viewers like this. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, calm down, senpai. So have we covered everything? Oh yeah, there's another story. I haven't gone back to Malaysia in so many years, right? Alright, so let's just see. So before my move to Sydney, there was something personal that happened that made me go into a really massive spiral of depression, and I decided to find myself and take a holiday and just holiday in places where I've never been before, just so I could just get away from everything that reminded me of all the bad shit that's happened. And that was, I think, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, so I went backpacking all around Asia because that's all I could afford. Another dark, I just came into the stream. Just wondering how you can say one bad guy causes girls to be defensive, not trying to defend anyone. I just think both men and women can be equally as salty. I think, I don't know, don't quote me on this, Nemisaurus, but I think women can be just a bit more, okay, maybe they can equally feel just as salty, but I feel like women try to make your lives just that extra difficult if you make them salty. You know, like, they just go out of their way to make your life that extra miserable. But I could be wrong. Like, just from my experience, from what I've observed in the females around me, I just feel like, okay, they both might feel the same amount of saltiness, like just enough anger, but usually guys don't go out of their way to make your life difficult. Whereas I feel like girls definitely would. They feel like they need you to feel how salty they are, so they go out of their way to make you feel how salty they are. Whereas guys couldn't care less. But that's just a general observation of what I've seen in my time alive. Sashgrash says, freaking foo-foo. Ostluser says, men are a bit more blunt in my experience. That's just the way we communicate. Girls are more roundabout with the way they communicate. It's from like some book that I read. And guys are more like, they are pretty direct. They go, I'm hungry, I need food. That's how they communicate. Whereas the girls like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit hungry, but I'm not quite sure. You know, what do you want to eat? And then the guy would be like, I want burgers. Oh, then she's like, oh, but I'm feeling a little bit fat. Maybe not burgers. You know, I'm feeling like something a little bit less fatty. But they don't tell you what they want. So the way girls and guys communicate is just apples and oranges. Are you calling us men simple? No, I'm just saying that guys they know what they want and they say what they want, and it's very effective communication. Whereas a lot of girls try to provide context to what they say by describing everything. Like, I'm feeling hungry, I don't feel like this, maybe I feel like that, and like, that's why this, like, it's frustrating for guys and also frustrating for girls as well. Yeah. I'm from Sydney. Van Nixon, welcome to the stream. Another duck says, that's fair. I'm not diminishing girl bullying because it can be just as if more damaging because it's often behind one's back. Yeah, girls are a little bit more indirect with that. Another duck, I agree. You like salt? I should do a salty emote. That's gonna be one of my projects for emotes. We're gonna do a salty emote. Breaking Bad, why are you sad? And I think I've replied everyone. If I haven't replied to you, please let me know. Oz says, women tend to convey their motivation and emotion. Exactly. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. Whereas men head straight to the end goal. Yeah, like for me personally, I do a little bit of both. Like, I'm not just saying all men are the same and all women are the same. It's just a generalization. They tend to be like this. They tend to communicate like that. For me, I'm a little bit of both. If I want to get shit done and I'm at work and I just want to get shit done, I'm pretty direct. I'm like, do this, do that, do this. I don't go the roundabout way to do it. I just go, do this because that, do this because that. That's me at work usually. And sometimes when like I'm like doing admin with my mods and stuff like that, I'm pretty like direct with what needs to get done as well. But when I'm telling stories with you guys, I describe everything. Like, I try to describe the context. I don't say my phone had no more memory, therefore I streamed on Twitch, and so I could download it. The end. Like, I provide context. I'm not saying that guys will do that. I'm just saying that guys would probably sum up the whole story in 3 sentences. They're very effective about doing it. Whereas I talk about stuff so that it's all these thoughts and emotions that's running through my head when I'm thinking about something, and that's how I make decisions about something as well. Shut up, Fufu. Hi, Mr. Scottish. Welcome back. So happy to see you today. I saw you just now, but I don't know why I didn't say hi. I said hi to you in my head, but somehow it didn't get processed. Like, the thought was traveling from here, like from my eyes to my brain, but somehow my brain didn't communicate to my mouth to say hi, if that makes sense. So eyes to brain acknowledged, and that further communication didn't happen. So Mr. Scottish, hi to you. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'm just providing context, and that's just how girls communicate somehow. So you do have conversations in your head, huh? Well, it's not really a conversation. I'm just trying to like help you visualize how the brain processes information. Oh my god, Mr. Scottish. My eyebrows, are they moving again? I need to tape them. Let's tape my eyebrows. Am I from West Sydney? Do I sound like I'm from West Sydney? Are you calling me a bogan? Do I sound like a bogan? No, I'm not from Western Sydney. I'm from I'm from one of the eastern suburbs, but not, sorry, I'm from the inner west suburbs, if that makes sense, or near central Sydney. You hate kettle? Why are you chasing some bovines? Whereabouts are you from? I wish I had cows. Hi Harley Quinn, I've been in Malaysia. Hi Monkey King, welcome back. This should contain my eyebrows. This should make my eyebrows not move. Act like a bogan. No, you have to make me really fired up. My bogan accent doesn't come out until I'm really angry. Usually I have it contained and sealed up. Usually I sound like a fob, and my boganness doesn't come to the surface until I'm really angry. I look up and Jenna's doing weird shit to her head. Look, I'm not doing weird shit, but I have just been told that my eyebrows were working an orchestra to the stream. So, you know, the orchestra, the sticks, they go like that. Apparently my eyebrows were doing that. And it has a habit of doing that. And that's going to cause wrinkles. So to stop it from causing wrinkles, I need to make it stop moving. So instead of putting Botox, I can just control it by not moving my eyebrows and forcing it not to move. Yippee, Jenna. Get her angry so I can clip. No! Don't get me angry, please. I'll just probably end the stream and just cuss. Cuss outside the stream. I try to protect you guys from that type of thing. I protect you from Jenna's wrath. You know, already I can feel my muscles kind of pushing against this thing. My eyebrow muscles is like trying to push against my necklace. This is a necklace. Take a bet on how long this new device lasts. I think it should last for a while. You want to get food? Okay, go grab some food. Hi, Gislord. Welcome back. Whatever you call the anti-eyebrow moving thing. It's a necklace that is now my my headband. Let's just call it a headband. It is literally a band around my head. Ostloser says, I'm from you. Why is your name Ostloser then? If you're from the States. Cows are not so fun when you have to raise them. Do you like bring the baby cows into your home and like you hug them to sleep? I know it's probably a really ignorant question because, you know, people ask me if I have koala bears and stuff. Koala bears and stuff as my pet and that type of thing. No, we are not setting this free. This is not happening. We're not setting it free. Same for chickens. Aww, chickens are so cute. Back in Malaysia, you could have chickens, like the little chicklings. And I think some pet shops in Malaysia, especially in the village, and I stayed in the village for 2 years, some of the pet shops actually have the chicklings in different colors. So you could get blue ones, purple ones, pink ones, and somehow these chicklings will become like chickens on the way, but they'll have these really cute colors for a while. And I'm not too sure if it's actually animal cruelty, like if the chickens suffer while having this. I don't know if it's food dye. Maybe it is food dye, which is kind of ironic if you think about it, because they're gonna be food later. Ostloser says it's a German name. Oh, what does it mean? Like, does it have a meaning? What about a baby kangaroo pet? See, our Australian Uber is actually baby kangaroos. Well, not really baby, like, I call them baby kangaroos because they're about like as tall as me, but you know, they can grow much taller, and those are adult kangaroos. So the ones that's like as tall as me is baby kangaroos. And yeah, you can just like call an Uber in the morning, and then the kangaroos, the baby kangaroos will hop on their way. They'll look at the GPS and they hop on their way to you. And then they carry you in their pouch. Fufu says, easiest way to get Jenna angry is asking her relationship advice. She has very, very outlandish information. How do I get angry talking about relationships? Someone get PETA. It's not PETA. Van Nixon says, in Australia, we can't have kangaroos as pets. I thought we could have kangaroos as pets. Actually. Oh, Ostloser means trigger. Wow, his name means triggered. So, does that mean you're constantly triggered because you have to look after your cows? Every time you see a cow, you get triggered. Every time you go to a barbecue, you get triggered because it reminds you of cows. She raised her voice all of a sudden. When did I raise my voice? I don't remember doing this. Ostusa says, oh, the username means trigger, I believe. An old friend recommended it as a username as I just got rolled. And I just got rolled with it. Oh, right. Trigger. I don't know. If I see the word trigger, I like, if I knew the name is Trigger, I'd think that you were a troll or something. But you've been pretty well behaved on my stream tonight. So it's thank you to you. FR7 says hi. Hi to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us tonight. LG Slayer says, I ride a kangaroo to uni every day because trains are too mainstream and because Melbourne Melbourne public transport is trash. Yeah, I know all the what is it called again? Metro Fail? Yeah, I know all about the Metro Fail in Melbourne. As I used to live in Melbourne. I grew up in Melbourne, and for some of my working life I was in Melbourne, and I had to take Metro Fail. Matthew says, have you been to the Outback? No, I haven't. When you say Outback, all I think about is Uluru. And that's the only Outback I know. I've never been to the centre of Australia. Avosa says, well, you can get kangaroos as pets, just not legally. I'm pretty sure. Really? I'm gonna Google this. I always thought that you could have kangaroos as pets. I guess they can only be Ubers. Alright, hold on. Can I show you this on the stream? Let me just do a quick... okay, let's try this. Can we have... Wait. Kangaroo pets, Sydney. Oh, whoops, not Sydney. Australia. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Okay. Wildlife Australia dog. Oh wait. wildlifeaustralia.org.au says, keeping Australian native wildlife as pets can be a most rewarding experience. Wildlife can enrich one's life in many varied and unimagined ways. These wonderful animals come with their own unique traits and husbandry requirements. Australians' poor understanding of our unique animals has meant that until now only a privileged few have known the joy of keeping an Australian native mammal as a pet. Kangaroos, wallaroos, wallabies, pandamelons, I can't read it, it's too small. Quokkas, batongas, possums, sugar gliders, bandicoots are just some of the many different species available to the public to keep now, although limited in availability and restricted numbers. Once you learn the basics in keeping and the extent of their needs, you'll find they're no more difficult to care for than a dog or a cat. Just as with the usual fare of domestic pets, not all are suitable for the suburban backyard or unit, so do your homework before getting the wrong animal. An extra requirement is appropriate housing, being an aviary or pen for the larger types of wildlife. Kangaroos, wallaroos, wallabies, wombats, etc. And some knowledge of how to care for your native pet. Sorry that I have like random pauses. It's because this website is, the sentences are like halfway and then it like goes to the next line, and like after 3 words it goes to the next line, so it's hard to read it. marsupialsociety.org.au. The keeping of native mammals is only possible in Australia's more enlightened states. Only enlightened states. What does that even mean? Enlightened states. Does that mean like you have to have lots of sunlight? Or does that mean like only states with people with high IQ, therefore they're enlightened? What the hell does enlightened mean? Which includes Victoria, South Australia, Northern Territory, and the Northern Territory, so only 3 places. Bullshit. Does that mean people in New South Wales are dumber? Okay, so only in these 3 places, states. If you reside in any other state, your choices are severely restricted. A license is required in all states to keep wildlife. These can be obtained from your state government environmental department. No wildlife may be taken from the wild in any state. It must be obtained from a legal source, a wildlife breeder, wildlife park, or zoo. Now I realize what's wrong with this website. There's no commas where there's supposed to be commas, so it's really difficult to read. But apparently we can keep wildlife only if you get it from like particular wildlife reserves or breeder. So only certain places. You can't just like rock up to some random outback and just kidnap a kangaroo and grow it. So you're partially right. And only in certain states where it's widely kind of like, okay, you don't need a license, I think. Oh no, sorry. You need a license in all states to keep the wildlife. But the more enlightened states like Victoria, South Australia and Northern Territory, I guess maybe these states just have more sunlight. I refuse to say they are smarter, but I think they are just more educated in looking after wildlife. Let's just leave it at that. But I'm gonna link you this website that I found all this information from. Nemisaurus.
Sorry, I'm the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. Решетка, курошикис number 1 fan.
What the fuck just... What? I completely... I completely forgot that I changed the text to speak to Russians. Thank you so much for your donation, Nemisaurus. I really appreciate it, and I absolutely didn't expect that donation, and I'm really touched, so thank you very much for that. Yes, that text to speak was in Russian, so if you didn't understand it, I'll say it in an Aussie accent. Sorry, mate. I'm the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. And hashtag Kuroshiki's #1 fan. Okay, that last part wasn't Australian, so let's just try that again. Hashtag Kuroshiki's #1 fan. Okay, fuck that. I can't even Australian, just like when I'm try hard. I guess you have to make me angry. Hold on. I just have to convey some anger right now. Just give me a second. Okay. I'm angry Jen right now. Super angry right now. Alright. Okay. I just have to think an angry thought. Sorry, I'm the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. Kuroshiki's #1 fan. Okay, I think I got it. Kind of. Sorry that was loud. I did. Sorry if I... Was that Asian? Nah, dude. That was so Aussie. I tried my best. That's an Asian accent. You aren't me, Jenna. You can't give a bogan accent. Just got back home. Welcome home, Kyo. Thanks for joining to the stream tonight. I'm just trying to say that donation message with an Aussie accent, but apparently I'm not saying it right. So I'm gonna invite Fufu to come on the stream and say it in proper Bogan accent. So let's do it. The rebel soldier says, please. Okay, no thanks. Do you need me to give you the words? Here, hold on. Alright, I'm just gonna put it in the mods only chat. Okay, Fufu is going to read out the donation message in pure Aussie. Let's go. Can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Louder, please.
Oh, mic wasn't down.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, in your accent?
Not my accent, in Aussie accent.
Okay. Sorry I'm not the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. Hashtag Kuroshiki's #1 fan.
That was so not Aussie.
That
That
was
was
pretty
pretty fob. That was
Bro, you
pretty
fucking-
fob.
Oh,
Nah, dude, we
Numb.
need to have another Australian on the stream.
bro.
Dude, category. Even I was
So good.
I was more Australian than he was. I
Actually,
was more
Jizzlord-
Australian than
Jizzlord's from
Fufu.
Melbourne. Jizzlord is from Jizzlord is from Melbourne. He knows shit. All right.
Jizzlord, do you want to do
You-
it?
You aren't one of the people. You aren't one of the people. So you.
No, Sashquash
Mm.
says that he's got a strong Aussie
me and
accent.
Jizzlord are like.
We need to get Sashquash on. We'll see. Maybe Sashquash will defeat us. Let's see if he
You
can.
can't even say his name properly. It's Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. I can't say it properly. Well, no,
Sasquatch.
we'll have
You know, like
we'll have
the-
Jizzlord and Sashquash fight it out and see who's got the more Aussie accent, and the winner will
Oh.
get 50 stars.
Jizzlord's got a pretty Aussie accent.
Well,
No, actually,
we'll get Jizzlord
Jizzlord
and
sounds
Sashquash
bad.
on if you guys will come onto Discord, and then I'll get you guys to vote, just like 1 and 2, the viewers to vote on who's got the more Aussie accent. Sashquash says, I'm scared. But you know what? You have nothing to lose, only your dignity, but you have everything to gain.
Oh.
50 stars. That's
Oh,
everything.
wait, you want a Bergen accent?
No,
You want a,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
you want a Bergen? I've got
Oh,
a
oh,
Bergen,
yeah,
Bergen
yeah.
accent.
No, wait for the other two to join
Fucking-
me.
You want a Bergen?
No, let's wait for the other
Okay,
two
I
to
really
join
like
us, and then we'll have a little vote. You need to turn off
What
VPN.
illegal stuff are you doing, Jizzlord?
Wait, why do
illegal
you have
stuff
to
are
turn off your
doing,
VPN?
Jizzlord?
Have you been downloading Game of Thrones? Is that why? Apparently,
Yo, don't fuck. That's fucked up. Don't say that, man.
What?
He's gonna get in trouble.
well, he doesn't have to
You
deny
don't say
or
that out loud, man.
he doesn't have to like deny or confirm. He just it's just a joke.
That's fucked up.
Come on, lighten up, enlighten yourself.
Right.
Otherwise, you can't get yourself a koala.
Man, yeah, snitches get stitches, bro. You don't say shit.
You need a VPN to download 15 gigs of horse porn. You look like the girls from Dynasty Warriors. What's Dynasty Warriors? Is that a choker on your head?
That's a China.
Yes, it's a choker on my head, and I'm just trying to make
Um,
my eyebrows not move because apparently it was
you
having
know
a
the-
seizure. Huh?
Is it the war on Red Cliff? That Chinese?
I don't know what Dynasty
Fucking-
Warriors is. Is that like a
You-
drama?
You know Red Cliff, the
What?
story of Red Cliff,
No.
the Chinese one, about the generals, like fucking Liu Bei or Liu Bu. About...
No. Is that like Three Kingdoms or something?
Yeah, Three Kingdoms. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Three
Yeah. Oh, I don't know the
Kingdoms.
story.
Battle for Red. Oh yeah, it's pretty much all the characters in Dynasty Warriors are from that series.
Oh, it's a game. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for
beat
offending
'em up.
everyone who's a fan of Dynasty Warriors. Oh.
Okay, I can bring in. You want me? to
Yeah,
bring in
yes.
Lord now?
Can we please have just Lord
Alright.
and can we have also Dewey Scum? Is Dewey Scum joining us?
What up?
Hey man.
Hey. Alright, I'm just gonna have to do some
Am I
volume.
meant to read?
Oh,
Bro,
wait.
you sound
I just
mad
have to
old.
do some volume control.
Mad what?
You sound mad. old.
I sound wog.
He doesn't sound
What
wog.
do you mean I sound
He
wog?
sounds
Dude.
nothing like a wog.
Dude.
I used to grow
Is
up
that-
with
is that-
wogs.
You sound like you.
Well, this.
How's it going,
Oh
bro?
my God. That's not me.
Oh, okay. So
You talk to I girls. He's wog. He has a good wog
Wog
accent.
accent.
bro, I am seriously woke.
Like super wog.
Well,
Who's joining us in the Aussie off? I thought Dewey Scum's joining us.
Sasquatch.
Oh, Sasquatch. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
Sasquatch.
All right. All
Thanks.
right. so
There
so
we go.
Fufu, are you battling it out with them?
No, bro. I'm.
What?
Yeah, I want to hear.
You're not gonna
People
prove
can
your
hear you on
Aussiness? Okay.
Right, so,
Wait.
dude, I'm pretty Aussie. I'm from fucking the West. That's pretty Aussie.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this in alphabetical order and in no order of preference. So we're gonna start with Fufu. Oh, hang on. I'll put down the.
Sorry.
I'll put down the text. It's gonna be in the chill corner. So if you could just click on chilled corner right now, and I'm just gonna post it there. That's the line that you guys are gonna be saying, and we'll have Fufu say it first. Let's go, Fufu.
Okay, fine. You want me to bargain? You want me to really
Real bogan it out for me. Come on.
I'm on the spot. Okay. Fuck. I gotta get in the mood. I gotta bring myself
Sorry,
back to
where's
Nani.
Can you see it?
Chill corner.
Chill corner.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
I gotta get in the mood. So I gotta. Okay. So I'm a Mount Druid.
Hi,
Some
Skimmy.
cunt's asking me for a diary.
Hi, Skimmy. We're having an Aussie accent off. We got a text to speech donation, and it was done in Russian, like with a Russian accent, and no one could understand it. So we're gonna try to say it with an Aussie accent, and hopefully everyone will understand it. And the most Aussie accent, you guys will get to vote on it. Will be able to win 50 stars for my stream. So let's go. Fufu.
No, I'm not gonna go first. Just go.
Ah, okay.
First.
No, we have to. Okay, I already said it has to be in the order of an alphabetical order. Let's do a reverse alphabetical order. Okay. So who's reverse?
Okay, Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. Okay.
Sasquatch.
Can you guys hear me alright?
Nope. Let me just turn it
Dude,
up.
he sounds fucking Bogan. Fuck. I'm fucked.
You're fucked now, Fufu.
GG.
He actually said.
He actually
Dude, he
sounds
sounds like
really...
he's from fucking. Man, fuck that. He actually sounds like he's a miner. Fuck that.
What?
What?
Alright, go.
Alright. Sorry, I am the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. Hashtag Hiroshiki's #1 fan.
That was pretty Aussie.
That was Sasquatch.
way
That
more.
was actually really Aussie. Could you guys
What
hear
do you
that?
define as Aussie though?
That was pretty Aussie.
Yeah, you sound
I can make if you
You
want.
sound like a very presentable Aussie. You sound
Yeah,
like a super.
he doesn't sound like a bogan Aussie though. He sounds like a.
You sound like a supervisor.
He sounds like he's brought up from in
All
between.
my bogan to like swear words.
Oh, we don't need swear words.
No, yeah, that's the thing. We can't bogan it up because it's gonna be all swearing.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys
That's
heard it,
true,
right?
actually.
Okay, so that was Sasquatch and Sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
So Sasquatch will be number one.
Okay.
Okay, just remember that Sasquatch is number one. So just Lord is going next.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. Hashtag Kuroshiki's #1 fan.
So that was number two, and that was just Lord. Okay, and then
And I wasn't playing up anything. That was just me.
yeah, that
legit
was just
talking.
normal talking. Yeah, and then Fufu. There we go. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm the most casual Gen fan ever. Best wishes from Korea. Hashtag Kuroshiki's #1 fan.
Right, and that was Fufu, and he's number three. So I want you to type who's the most Aussie accent. Number one for Sasquatch, number two for Jislord, or number three for Fufu. Get your votes away. Come on. I want to see you now on the stream chat. Well, there's a little bit of a delay, so we'll have to wait for them to vote. And you know, this is not a popularity contest, okay, guys? You know, don't vote for your favorite accent. Vote for the most Aussie accent.
sound posh. I'm flat.
You sound
Thank you,
posh.
Exipa. All you guys to know, I am a mod, and I will time all the people who don't vote me out. Just saying.
You can't use your position of power that way. I will unmod you.
Yeah,
Indicator.
Never
Aren't you using your position of power just then?
Yeah.
Biggest is best.
I mean, like for some reason, Sasquatch, you do sound like a supervisor, like at a workplace. So, like, okay.
Yeah, you sound like a prim and proper Aussie, so you don't sound like a bogan.
I really don't get that. Like, I always thought I sounded good.
Your
yeah.
accent's definitely broader than usual.
Yeah.
But that used to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Living in the West,
Like,
that is more proper than what I've heard.
Fufu, you sound like an Asian in the West, though.
Yeah, dude, I am an Asian in the
I'm just saying,
West.
your
That's-
accent
what do you
reflects that.
expect? Of course, because I am an Asian in the West.
What-
I feel like there's no correlation.
But you can't
That's
can't
right.
say that I'm bogan as fuck when you sound Asian.
Bro, you sound bird.
I only
Like, you can be Asian as
really Asian bogan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, you sound like you're from Cabramatta something.
I sound like I'm from Cabra.
Yeah, you sound like those aggressive Viet chicks.
I don't believe him. Wow. Straight out of
that's what I-
Bogan.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
Wait,
we were copying, we were mentioning what you were saying. Sorry, Van Nixon.
Fox says we all sound bogan. Okay, let's tally our votes, okay? Shiggy, can you help me out here?
Australia, mate.
Oh yeah, Australia,
Can I
mate.
post a link? It's about accents.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so
There's like 3 different types.
oh right, is that like a video? Oh, okay. We'll have a look at that afterwards. Let's tally up our votes first. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Avosa is 1 for Sasquatch. Sasquatch. I'm saying your name wrong again. Let's see. Wait, Avosa, you can't vote for more than 1. The hell? He voted for 2 as well. The fuck? Well, Dildo has voted for Sasquatch, and so has Us Loser, and Peter Death. Ex Misha has voted for 3 for Fufu. Exipa has voted 2 for Gislord. I'm not gonna count multiple votes. So I think there was more for. Yeah, Avosa, pick 1 or 2 though. BMW, if you want to hear about the story, then have a look at about 20 minutes into the stream. If you just like go back, you'll hear the story. Exipa says I didn't vote too. I scrolled up. 2 sounds like a posh Aussie. Oh, so that wasn't your vote? Then what's your vote? One wins? 1 wins? It looks like it. Vivu says 1 sounds like a person that hires me based on my merits. Thank you so much for joining the Aussie accent off. 50 stars to Sasquatch and 20 stars to Fufu and Gislord for participating. Thanks, guys.
I don't need your pity money.
Give it to me.
Shut the
I'll-
fuck up and accept my fucking
Appreciate it.
pity money, okay? Use it for the next.
That
use
sounded
it.
So camera.
Use it for the next time I do a giveaway. oh, before you guys go, well, Dido says, can you make them say crikey, mate? There's an alligator on the loose. Alright.
Alright, where is he? I'm gonna just time him out. So just give me a sec.
No. Say it. I want to hear you guys say it. Come on. This will make me very happy.
Wait,
What are we saying?
Say crikey, mate.
it disappeared
Wait, hold on. Wait.
in the chat.
I'm gonna post it in the chilled corner. All right. This is what you're saying, just to make us happy.
Crikey, mate, there's an alligator on the loose.
Okay. I'll be that, bro. What the fuck?
That was so
Crikey, mate,
good.
there's an alligator on the loose.
I'm sorry, Gislord. Can you say
I
that
can
again?
bogan it up, but it's not genuine.
No, please bogan
Like,
it up,
you-
please.
You can. Crikey, mate, there's an alligator on the loose. Like, you can easily fake that shit. It's not legit.
Oh, but like,
Oh, fuck, crikey. There's an alligator on the loose.
oh my god, Fufu, that was actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
Actually, we don't say alligator. That's
No, we don't say alligator.
true.
We say crocodile, don't we?
I say we only have crocs.
just
That's why.
toss a shrimp on the barbie. It's the same thing.
Because we don't have
Common
alligators.
prawns.
We don't.
Because in Australia, we
Yeah.
only have crocs.
I feel like Sasquatch did that with a lot of genuine emotion there. Like it felt like there was actually an alligator on the loose near him. Whereas Fufu,
True Blue Day.
yeah,
Alan?
whereas
That
Fufu
is actually
sounded
really
like he was hosting a show and exaggerating how close the alligator was near him. So I think that was my best description of it.
Margin it out.
Yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in the fun. I appreciate it. I'm gonna head off to a different channel. Bye bye. You know, I always head off to a different channel on Discord when I feel awkward, so if you ever see me jump from channel to channels because I'm either awkward or I'm streaming. We're gonna watch this Aussie phrases translated thing in a bit. But I think you guys did well with the voting. Peter Dust says, I only hear on Aussie in chat. You only hear one Aussie in chat. And that was what? Not me. Not saying croc instead of alligator. I think because that sentence had alligator, that Mr. Scottish will have a Scottish accent, Scottish off next time. So don't worry, I can see your comments and everything. Yeah, we don't, it's not common for us to say alligator, we say croc. Yeah, so it threw me off a little bit too. But crikey is never been in my language. It's like I never used to say crikey, so it's just a foreign word in my tongue. Oz Lizard says you'll only have crocs, right? He said it with feeling. Well, it felt like it was pretty close to the thing. Oh, F-San, welcome back. We missed you. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, Mr. Scottish, I definitely want to hear your Aussie accent. Next time when we have a Scottish off, we'll do it. Well, Dildo says, oh, it's crocodile. People told me it was alligators. I think alligators are in like South America. Don't quote me on it. I'm not always right. Modern Invasion. Hey, I'm not sure if it's my internet that's lagging out, because when I was on Discord just now, it was pretty laggy when I was trying to understand everyone. It was very, very laggy actually. So there's a few things I want to do. I want to have a look at the latest Logan Paul song. I think it's a Logan Paul song. I'm not sure if it's out yet. And we'll have a look at these Aussie accents. Hang on.
Australian phrases.
Translate.
It's a piece of piss, mate.
It's quite easy.
Let's get on the piss.
Let's go out and celebrate.
Let's... What? Who says that? What?
Let's...
No. Who says this? Only...
It's quite easy.
Let's get on the piss.
Let's get on the piss. No, we don't say that. What? Who says this? No one with like... No. Aussies don't talk like that. No one says that.
Piss.
Let's go out and celebrate with some alcoholic beverages.
Bloody
Is
hell.
this on YouTube? Can I have a look at this on you? Oh yeah, I wanted to do this. Oh yeah, bloody oath. People do say that actually.
Bloody oath.
That
Bloody oath!
is certainly true.
Gonna duck out to the bottle-o to get some tinnies and goon.
I'm sorry, but one of my ex-boyfriends used to say stuff like this. I mean, this particular... this particular phrase. He used to say this. Gonna duck out to the bottle-o and get some tinnies and goon. It's just the way she said it just was so funny. Basically, she's just gonna go get some alcohol from the bottle alcohol shop. Let's hear it again. It's hilarious. Like, she was like swaying as well, so it sounded funny.
Certainly true.
Gonna duck out to the bottle-o to get some tinnies and goon.
I'm just going to leave the home to purchase some beer and wine.
Tomorrow I've got to be up at a sparrow's fart.
Tomorrow's I'm gonna be up at a sparrow's fart. No one says this. No way. Peter Des like, I need this chick's number. We'll find out where this girl's from. I have no idea what a sparrow's fart is. I'm assuming she has to be up really early in the morning.
Tomorrow I'm getting up rather early.
He's built like a brick shithouse.
He's built like a brick shithouse. I've heard he's built like a brick, but I've never heard shithouse behind that sentence. Basically he's really worked out and he's full of muscle.
That man is very large and strong in build.
I really like how the woman on the right, her explanation, she does it with such a serious, strong face, like she's telling people off. Look at this.
Is very large and strong in build.
That man is very large and very strong build. It's like she's... You should not touch that chocolate before dinner. It just feels like that. Brick shit house. I know, I've never heard anyone say that before. Well, dildo. I don't even think that's like legit Aussie speak. I'm just gonna have a look at... Exipa says this is what Americans think we talk like. Yeah, if you just hang around in Australia, in the city, no one talks like this. Okay, I just can't wait to hear this woman speak.
Shit, yeah, let's bang it to Macca's in our tracky dacks. I have no idea what she just said. Something about going to McDonald's in their their track pants, their tracksuit pants. Let's fang it to Macca's. I have no idea what fang it to Macca's, yeah. Shit, yeah, I know, shit, yeah. You should not touch that chocolate before dinner. Hang on.
Yes, great idea. Let's go quickly to McDonald's takeaway restaurant in our comfy tracky pants as attire.
Why is she explaining it this way? It's just... No one ever... Look, this girl speaks like what she thinks an Aussie sounds like, and this woman is speaking like what she thinks Americans sound like. That's what I'm getting from this video. Who says fanging it around the corner? Like, honestly, who says fanging it? Like, is this legit Aussie speak? Because I've never heard it before in my 20 years in Australia. Never, ever heard this term before. But I'm just going to listen to it again because it's hilarious.
Very large and strong in build.
Shit, yeah, let's bang it to Macca's in our tracky dacks.
Yes, great idea. Let's go quickly to McDonald's takeaway restaurant in our comfy tracky pants as attire.
Who the fuck says McDonald's takeaway restaurant? Like, honestly, is not... This woman does not speak English, just like the other woman does not speak Aussie. You should go to mid-Australia then. Really? People say fanging it in the middle of Australia? Macca's. Oh no, we all say Macca's. Like, even if you live in the city, everyone says Macca's. Zoa13 says, what is this? I'm Aussie too sounds more like a bogan translator than Aussie talk. Exactly, it just sounds like all made up. The Macca's, yes, tracky decks, I know, but I've never heard fanging it. We'll go to the next one.
We're up shit creek without a paddle, mate.
We're up shit creek without a paddle. There's so many ways to... A power surge. Hello? Can you hear me? There was a power surge on my computer, and now I have lost the use of my mouse. The fuck? I feel like my computer's gonna shut down. I can't find my mouse. Oh, fuck. Let me just go to the back of my tower, and if I get electrocuted, you know, if my stream shuts down all of a sudden, it's because I've been electrocuted.
Okay.
Fine.
We're in big trouble with no solution.
Hello, we're here with our good friend Seth Rogen, and we're going to play Mystery Pizza Box. We're going to go to the houses of people who have ordered genuine pizzas from Here Prime Pizza, and we're going to offer them a choice.